Examination Post 159 and Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 6005. Please remain standing until the large flag is off the football field.
I am an optimist.
Do it again if you.
Hey, they're starting pitching at ball park.
That's music.
And now, your feet, make some noise as we announce the 2025 seniors and the team.
I guess I can.
Please welcome to the field number 1, Meg Sakura. Number 3, Heather Roscoe. Number 15, Amy Rickle. Number 54, Michael Wellner. Number 65, Anthony Lenz. Number 69, Randy Bergeron. And the rest of the audience.
Dan.
On the cross tonight, and elected to receive the first kickoff.
The WIAA football regular season concludes tonight here at Cadott High School for this Lakeland Conference matchup between the Unity Eagles and the Cadott Hornets. Hello and welcome in everybody on Zaleski Sports. This is Gunnar Sippert with producer Dan Lau, live from the Cadott High School football field here. Both teams 3-3 in conference play coming into this one, tied right in the middle, or tied at third out of 7 in the Lakeland Conference. Winner of tonight's game will finish third behind Grantsburg and Chautauqua-Weyerhaeuser. Overall, Cadott on the year 5-3, Unity 3-5, as Cadott was able to win both of their non-conference games at the start of the year, and Unity started 0-2 and have gone 3-3 since then. Cadott, meanwhile, in their last 6 games, have gone 3-3 as well. Last week, Cadott getting a 26-8 victory at Ladysmith. Ladysmith currently at the bottom of the Lakeland Conference, and Cadott taking care of business there. Last week, Unity was home against Grantsburg and lost to the undefeated Pirates, who are in the state rankings and playing up a division this year due to past playoff success. Cadott right on the bubble of the D6 playoff field. A win tonight should get them in, most likely. A loss would probably mean the end of their season. Unity looking to play spoiler. Cadott with the opening kickoff. Unity will have possession to start the game right around the 40-yard line. And we'll see Isaiah Fugate and the Eagle offense get started here. Fugate on the season right around 50% completion percentage, nearly 1,000 yards, about 125 per game, 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. We'll see him under center. Fugate, a senior and one of the 4 captains on this Eagles team, along with one of his running backs, Adrian Olson. It's going to be Fugate in an empty backfield, 5 wide receivers, 4 on the near side here, 1 at the top of your screen. Fugate's going to take the QB draw himself and gain about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 as Cadott stops him around midfield. This is likely certainly the last home game of the season for Cadott, and it is senior night here for the Hornets. If Cadott were to make the playoffs next week, they would likely be on the road, maybe at Regis, could be Mondovi, or somewhere else in the state, as they would likely play one of the best teams in Division 6, and obviously that would be a road game for them. Fugate with the handoff. It's going to be number 11, Adrian Olson, the previously mentioned captain, taken down right about midfield, and they will give him the line to gain. That'll move the chains as they move into Hornets territory. A couple nice plays here for the Eagles to start this one. Big night here on Zaleski Sports as the 2025 football season wraps up. Same formation as the first play of the game here with the 4 wide receiver set at the bottom of the screen. Fugate swings it out. That's number 4, Josh Pouliot. And Pouliot's going to gain about 7 as he comes to the near sideline and is pushed out of bounds. Pouliot, one of the 2 main running backs for this Eagles team, along with Adrian Olson. We saw Olson get that first carry. Pouliot's got 6 more carries than him on the year. And Pouliot a little bit more efficient on the ground as well, 520 yards to Olson's 168. Fugate under center with Olson behind him. You've got almost a wing back in there as well. And we've got flag here. Imagining this is going to be a false start. Offsides on the offense. 5-yard penalty will back them up to about the original line of scrimmage, perhaps a little bit behind it. I believe we've got 2nd and 11 here, as they're right around the 50-yard line. Line to gain is going to be the 39 of Cadott. So 2nd and 11, we'll see if they do change the formation here. So Fugate with 3 receivers to the left of him and 1 to the right. He'll drop back to pass, slings it, and it's going to be contested, knocked down It's going to be number 83 for Cadott, contesting the play there. Did a nice job of getting hands on it. That's Max Schneider, the freshman, breaking it up. And I believe Fugate was looking for number 7, Brian Bance. Bance is the leading receiver for this Eagles team with 452 yards and 5 touchdowns on the year, including an 85-yarder, his longest reception of the season. So after the Eagles offense was clicking on those first 3 plays, now faced with a 3rd and 11 at midfield. Fugate with Olson behind him in the backfield. He's going to give it to Olson. They're going to look to gain just a little bit, but they're going to get the whole first down here. I was thinking they were trying to set themselves up with a 4th and short there. They're not even going to have to worry about 4th down as they... It's about a 15-yard run there from Adrian Olson. The Eagles are coached by Trent Nyhus, assisted by Kyle Peterson, Kevin Harris, Logan Hendrickson, and Will Cross. And plenty of Nyhus managers as well. I'm guessing Trent's kids, Tevin, Tate, and Trey, as well as Kennedy Nelson, Kaya Nelson, and Jack Pouliot. Fugate under center with the handoff to Olson. Olson's going to be stopped right at the line to gain, maybe even a loss there. Cadott defense swarming to him.
Brought down Olson for a short gain of anything.
Cadott starting defense here on the defensive line, at least. Ridley Bergeron, a senior, Drew Rickle, a sophomore, and Jacob Phelps, a freshman. His one pass downfield was deflected. Largely a running offense here, a little bit of a pitch pass here. It's going to be an end around for Pouliot. Pouliot will get back to the line to gain about 5 yards. So that'll face him with a 3rd and 2 situation. Both of these teams playing in Division 6. Everybody in the Lakeland Conference this year, Division 6, except for Webster at Division 7. Grantsburg has Division 6 level enrollment, but due to the success of that program, the tournament performance factor that the WIAA instituted a few years ago, Grantsburg will be playing up a division in D5 in the playoffs. And they are undefeated, so they're figuring to make some noise. Ripped down to the ground was Fugate there on 3rd down. Does not get the line to gain on the quarterback draw. 4th down and 3 here. Biggest play of the drive thus far. Right around the 25-yard line. On the season, as far as I could find on bound.com, no field goal attempts for this Eagles team. Same for Cadott. So likely, even if they had gotten this closer down inside the 20-yard line, still wouldn't be attempting a field goal here. Screen pass set up to Pouliot. He finds a seam. Pouliot to the end zone. 6-0 Eagles. We do have a flag on the play. Could be a hold and bring this back. But right now, Josh Pouliot, the junior running back, taking it to the house on a 4th down and 3 play, about a 25-yard touchdown. We'll see if it stands as the refs converse here. Tonight's game brought to you by Bound. Be sure to check out boundwisconsin.com for scores, standings, stats, and written content throughout the week. I get my stats from www.boundwisconsin.com, and you can too. So it's going to be a personal foul on the Eagles. Back them up to make it an even longer 4th down conversion, potential conversion here, so that touchdown is going to be ruled back. You see Fugate come into the near sideline every play, getting the call from his head coach, Nyhus. It's been a relatively long drive here, about 3.5 minutes. Timeout called by Cadott. And we'll head to a break of our own here on Zaleski Sports. With 8:32 to go in the first quarter, it's scoreless here in Cadott.
Culligan water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. Gunnar Zippert here in Cadott, Wisconsin, along with producer Dan Lau. And it's going to be 4th and 5. That personal foul only ended up being about a 2-yard penalty since it was from the spot of the foul. It does negate the Josh Pouliot touchdown, though, however. But still a manageable 4th down conversion here for Fugate and the Eagle offense. He'll take the snap, looking to throw. Fugate slings it out to the right and caught by Noah Cox near the sideline. He will have the conversion. A bullet delivered there by the senior quarterback, and Cox does his job on the receiving end. A lot of these offensive players for the Eagles playing on the defensive side of the ball as well, so looking to conserve some energy here on the first drive of the game. Don't need to be gassing yourself too early. So big conversion there on 4th down, and Eagles with some momentum after that touchdown was called back. It's going to be Fugate under center with Olson behind him, and then that wing back right behind the left guard and left tackle, that's Cox. He'll head into block as Olson receives the carry. He's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by the Cadott defense swarming there. On the season, the leading tackler for the Hornets is Owen Fassbender, a junior. 69 tackles, 8 tackles for loss. That's 3rd on the team. The Hornets may have just gotten a tackle for loss there. Nope, 2nd and 10, right at the original line of scrimmage. Cox no longer in the backfield, just Fugate and Olson with 4 wide receivers. Fugate delivers it to the left side. Nice catch by Cox. He got stood up and eventually lost possession of the ball. Would have been an outstanding catch, but Cox got immediately stopped in his tracks. Didn't look like he took too hard of a hit, but no progress gained, and eventually the ball was dropped. It'll be 3rd and 10 here for the Eagles. On the season, 3 and 5, and coming into this one, have gone 2 and 2 in their last 4 games. A couple of tough losses mixed in there. It'll be a quarterback draw on 3rd and 10, and Fugate not finding much this time. So we'll have another 4th down here. Saw the kicker for the Eagles, number 34, Bo Carlson, warming up on the sideline. But like I said, I couldn't find any record of attempted field goals this year, just one extra point. It's a similar story for Cadott as well, just a couple of extra point attempts on the year, no field goals. Can be one of the hardest things to find in high school football is a reliable kicker. Fugate with an empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. He's going to look to the 1 receiver side of the field. Nice ball, and it will be tipped out of the hands of Brian Bance, and that'll be a turnover on downs. The drive eventually stalls in Eagles territory. I believe the drive went about 40 yards there for the Eagles before turning it over at the 17-yard line. They started the drive around their own 40. So now we'll get to see the Cadott offense for the first time, and a lot of the same Eagles staying on the field here on defense, and I'm sure it's much the same for the Cadott offense. A lot of the players were on the field just now when they got that stop. It'll be Jake Weeks under center for Coach Rickel. He hands it off, going to the right side, and stopped in his tracks right about after a 4-yard gain. We'll see who the carrier was there. And it was Aiden Rickel, the leading rusher on the season with 745 yards, averaging about 8.5 yards per carry. He's got 7 touchdowns for the Hornets. Jake Weeks, the starting sophomore quarterback, not quite as many yards as Fugate, 740 on the year, and a completion percentage around 44%. More common for this Cadott offense to run. They'll pass here. Nice ball from Weeks, and it's caught for a first down. Gabriel Sikora on his senior night getting the first down for Cadott. Sikora with a completion with the catch there, and now Cadott just in 2 plays have traveled 26 yards as they're on their own 43 with a 1st and 10. Weeks under center here, number 21. He'll give the end around, and this is number 15, Aiden Rickel, to about midfield. That'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd and 4. After the senior Aiden Rickel takes a carry of 6. The seniors being celebrated here tonight, Gabriel Sikora, who just made that first down catch. Number 1, number 15, Aiden Rickel. Number 54, Michael Wellner. 65, Anthony Glens. 69, Ridley Bergeron. So a pretty small senior class for this Cadott team. Another end round this time. It's going to be Coy Ramsier, and he'll get the first down and more. Past midfield into Eagle territory. That's going to be just Ramsier's 20th carry on the year, but it's a big one here to get the Hornets across midfield. On the season, Cadott averaging about 27.5 points per game, and they're outscoring their opponents by 12 per game. Weeks under center, a tight bunch here. Gives the handoff straight up the gut, goes number 30, Kellen Blanchette, the sophomore. Solid gain for about 5 yards. Unity on the season as a defense, surrendering about 32 points per game. Both teams coming in at 3-3 in the Lakeland Conference. They're tied for 3rd place behind undefeated Grantsburg and Shatek Weyerhaeuser with 1 loss. Another handoff here. It's going to be Aiden Rickel again, getting a first down, a gain of 8. And that'll be the 4th first down on this drive for the Hornets. Weeks only having to take to the air for that one throw, but it was a beauty as he found Gabriel Sikora on his senior night. Sikora is going to be lined up at the near side of your screen, the only receiver out wide. Weeks will give the handoff and stopped in the backfield there was number 21, I believe. Or pardon me, that's Weeks, number 21. Number 22. That'll be a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 here for the Hornets. Steve Mengel, along with volunteer coaches Luke Rickel, Tony Roscoe, Jason Poles, and Jeff Gettle. Running on the left side this time, we got a flag, but still fighting for yardage is the Hornet ball carrier. Can't quite see the jersey number right now. What an effort as he gets inside the 20. We'll see if it counts, though, as we got laundry on the field. I believe that was Rickel. He was dragging defenders with him about 7 yards there. It'll be holding on Cadott. And that will back them up. On the offensive line for Coach Rickel's team, at left tackle, you've got Michael Wellner, a senior. Left guard, Ridley Bergeron, a senior. Anthony Glens, a senior, who upcoming on the Zaleski Sports YouTube channel will have a day in the life with Anthony Glens. The right guard is Drew Rickel, a sophomore, and Aiden Tomkowiak, a junior, at right tackle. Again, that tight formation here for the Hornets. Weeks directly under center, gives it, and an end around there for number 22, Owen Fassbender. His 2nd carry of the day. As we said, Fassbender leading tackler on the Hornet defense, getting involved here on offense as well. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 yards to go as they've gotten back to the original line of scrimmage here. Big play for the Unity defense here. Could potentially force a punt. if Cadott is unable to gain 5 or so yards on this play, and that would make them feel less confident on 4th down. Weeks will give it. Up the middle they go for about 3 yards, and that'll be Blanchette. Blanchette's your more typical running back lining up behind Weeks in the formation. A fullback listed on the roster, where you've got Rickle and Fassbender behaving more as wingbacks. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 6 here. Seem to be no hesitation from the Cadott offense. They'll look to pick it up on the ground here, seemingly. And it'll be an end around here as Weeks gives it to Fassbender. Fassbender's got an angle, and he will convert. The PA announcer calling it out here, and he's most certainly right. Kellen Blanchette, the fullback, with a great block to help Fassbender get that first down, and Hornets into the red zone here as they're at the 15-yard line, looking to punch it in for the game's first score. We thought we had the first score of the game on that completion to Josh Pouliot for Unity, but it was called back on a penalty. Cadott's going to need to execute in the red zone here if they want to get the first score of the game. Weeks under center, gives it to number 2, Coy Ramsier, for his second carry of the game. Tackle made by Pouliot. No gain. It'll remain 10 yards to gain. The penalty on Unity here. So we'll see where this ball gets placed. Looking like a personal foul, half the distance to the goal, so about a 7 or 8 yard penalty there. Not goal to go here. Still 2nd down and about 2 to go. They could still convert and set up a goal to go situation. You've got Weeks under center. Behind him is Blanchette, the fullback. Personal foul will make it a automatic first down, and we get the official signal here. 2nd down. We get the official signal here, so the personal foul does not result in a first down. We got 2nd and 3 from the 7. Weeks. And a little bit of confusion here. Should still be, well, I'll pause on that. I'm not sure if it should be 2nd and 3 or 1st and goal. Getting clarification here. They'll restart the clock. It is 2nd and 3. Weeks under center. Gives to Rickle on the end around. Rickle cuts back to the middle of the field and will score. Aiden Rickle on his senior night opens the scoring for the Cadott Hornets. It's 6-0 in favor of the home team. Now on the season, we've got 5 point-after attempts for the Cadott offense, or Cadott special teams, I should say. They're 4 for 5. See if they line up going for 2 here. They will. Weeks in the shotgun for perhaps the first time this drive. He's got Blanchette to his left. Drops back to pass. Slant is dropped or perhaps deflected. He was looking for number 82, Max Schneider. So it'll be a 6-0 lead for Cadott, as Unity will look to answer here on Zaleski Sports. We'll head to a break with 1:32 remaining in the first quarter.
Bush Brothers in Augusta is now hiring. Bush Brothers is looking for 2nd and 3rd shift plant operators to join their growing team. Bush Brothers is offering competitive starting pay of $22.25 an hour with wage increases as skills increase. Excellent benefits package with 0 premium and low deductible for medical coverage and stable hours. Apply in person, fax, email, or send resume with cover letter to this address or scan this QR code and find out why they say Bush Brothers is a great place to work.
Welcome Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Whispering Pines Golf. Schedule a tee time today at Whispering Pines Golf Course. After golf, hit the clubhouse for homemade pizza, wings, burgers, and all your favorite appetizers. It's a perfect place for your next golf or non-golf event. Whispering Pines Golf Course, County X in Cadott. So the touchdown run by Aiden Rickel puts Cadott up 6-0. Failed two-point conversion gives the Eagle defense a bit of a silver lining on that drive, but Cadott heading the length of the field. That was an 83-yard drive. Kickoff here from Cadott. More of a booming kick than our opener. Fielded right about the 20-yard line. And taken down at the 30 is the ball carrier, number 22 for Unity. That's Noah Cox. First and 10 for the Eagles after they turned the ball over on downs on their first drive after a lengthy drive. Just stalled out near the red zone. So Rickel with the first score of the game. Cadott looking to make the playoffs this season, just a year after finishing 1-8 and 0-7 in conference play. A great turnaround for Coach Todd Rickel's team. Right up the gut here goes Adrian Olson to set up second and medium. Second and 7 here for the Eagle offense. Eagle offense a little bit more diverse attack on their first drive compared to Cadott, as Fugate's going to hand it off to Olson here. And it'll set up 3rd and 5. See if they go to the air here as Tom Koviak makes the tackle. And in case you're just tuning in, should Cadott win this game, they are right on the bubble of the Division 6 playoff picture. 32 teams in each division make the playoffs, and they're right around that 32-33 seed right now. A win tonight should get them in to the tournament. A loss would likely mean Cadott's season's over. So Unity trying to play spoiler here, even though they've been eliminated from playoff contention. Quarterback draw here for Fugate. He is going to push a pile to the line to gain and nearly falls through his own bleacher here. Great run there, and we've got a flag on the play, however. He nearly took a tumble on the track here. And the officials will converse here. Tonight's game brought to you by The Woodland between Augusta and Cadott on Highway 27. See them for bait, tackle, and hunting supplies, plus LP tank fill and exchange or small green LP tanks. They have all your game day supplies, brats, burgers, hot dogs, bacon and buns, chips and other snacks, along with all your favorite beverages. The Woodland opens 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily on Highway 27 between Augusta and Cadott. So 2 flags on the play here.
Looks like they mark off the holding penalty first, and then they will mark off.
It'll be the personal foul that Cadott, pardon me, they walked the ball up here. So it'll be a first down for the Eagles after 2 flags on the play there and didn't offset each other, so both on Cadott. Coach Nyhus had to decide which one to accept. Great run there by Fugate. It won't end up counting as they decide to accept the penalty, I believe. But he dragged the pile for about 2 to 3 yards to convert. Fugate with Olson behind him. We'll hand it off to Pouliot on the end around. He's going to have to go further into his backfield, eventually finds an angle to get back to the line of scrimmage and tackled out of bounds. And maybe a 1-yard gain for Pouliot. On the season, Cadott just 1-2 here at home. They've played very well on the road with a record of 4-1. Unity, meanwhile, 2-2 at home and just one win on the road this season, 1-3. That'll be the end of the quarter. Teams will switch sides here, and it'll be 2nd and 10 as Pouliot did not get past the line of scrimmage there. We'll head to a quick break here on Zaleski Sports.
Your business security not so secure? It's time to send an SOS to SOS Security in Eau Claire. With SOS's total business control system, you can lock doors, turn off lights, control thermostats, and more, all from the convenience of your smartphone. Contact us today and we'll design and install a custom business automation system for you. We'll even give you $100 off a new or upgraded system. From concept to completion, your business is secure with SOS Security.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. Gunnar Sippert along with producer extraordinaire Dan Lau. 6-0 lead for the Hornets as we are ready to start the second quarter here. Coach Nyhus conversing with his offense here. The Eagles will now head right to left on your screen. After just two full drives in that first quarter and this third drive of the game, the second for the Unity offense, stretching into the second here. The Eagles will have the ball at their 42-yard line, 2nd and 10. And most of the offense stepping back from the line of scrimmage as I believe they're going to wait on the officials here. Last season in the Lakeland Conference, as we said earlier, Cadott with a marvelous turnaround this year, all the way from last place, 7th place last season with an 0-7 record, to potentially finishing 3rd or 4th this year. Unity last year finishing 5th with a 2-5 record, and they were 2-7 overall. So an improved season for Unity as well, as they've gotten to 3-5 on this season, looking to make it 4 wins and spoil Cadott's hopes at the playoff here. And obviously, since Cadott was 0-7 in conference play last year, Unity was able to win the matchup between these two teams last year up in Balsam Lake. About an hour and a 40-minute drive here for Unity, as the Lakeland Conference is quite spread out for football. Cadott typically a Clover Belt West team for most sports, playing with a lot of the other schools along Wisconsin Highway 29, Thorpe, Stanley Boyd, McDonald Catholic in Chippewa Falls. Unity is a member of the Lakeland Conference in other sports. Great basketball program. Boys basketball program historically. But of course in football everything gets a little bit more complicated based on some schools playing 8-player instead of 11, some schools not having a football team. Fugate takes the snap from the shotgun, looking to dump it off to Olson. Olson will get a gain of about 5 as he cuts to midfield there. Nice job by Fugate evading the pressure there, staying confident and finding his man. He was looking for Olson the entire time. It'll be 3rd and 5 at the 47-yard line of the Eagles as they're just about to cross into Cadott territory. The center is number 75, Silas Fowler. He'll snap it to Fugate in the shotgun here, giving it to Olson on 3rd and 5. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage, and that'll be no gain for the Eagles, setting up 4th and 5, and I believe they're going to bring on the punt team here as number 18, Tyler Asp, coming into the game, and Fugate will head off the field. Listed kicker for the Eagles is Bo Carlson. punter typically Josh Pouliot, and Josh Pouliot is lined up deep. Perhaps watching for a potential fake here. And they will fake it, looking like Pouliot's looking to throw. He's going to run to the right side, over the line of scrimmage, and he will get the line to gain. An extended play there. And the fake punt will result in a first down here, and Fugate back onto the field. Pouliot on the season, just 9 punts, but he's got a booming leg, nearly a 40-yard average per punt, but right around midfield, Coach Nyhus not looking to give up possession there. Fugate lined up in the shotgun. He's got Cox to his left, lined up behind the left tackle and left guard, and Olsen will take the handoff right up the gut for a gain of 2. Seems like the Cadott defense has been able to more effectively stymie Adrian Olsen here. Second and 8 as that 4th down conversion got Unity into Cadott territory as they're at the Cadott 43, pardon me. Fugate getting a lot of steps in, having to walk to the near sideline and back to the huddle every play, but has done a great job of staying opposed. He'll go back to pass here. Slings it to the near side, and it's going to be a catch for Brian Bance. And near the first down marker, I believe it's going to set up a 3rd and 2. That will be Bance's first catch of the game, but unfortunately for the Eagle offense, a legal formation will negate that gain. Other games in the Lakeland Conference tonight. Ladysmith is at Cameron. Ladysmith on the season and Cameron, both 1-5. So the winner of that game looking to stay out of 7th place. Webster is at Grantsburg, as Grantsburg looking to finish off their undefeated regular season. Currently 6-0 in conference and 8-0 overall. Webster 3-5 overall with a 2-4 conference record, just behind both of these teams. And Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser at 7-1 overall and currently in 2nd place with a 5-1 conference record. They're on the road for their crossover conference game tonight as Fugate back to pass. Deep ball for Bance. Bance gets past his man, but the ball just out of his reach there. Nice throw from Fugate, just a little too long. Perhaps Fugate got tripped up as it was a 1v1 down the sideline there. Set up 3rd and 13 for the Eagles. Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser at Elmwood Plum City tonight playing the mandatory crossover game. For conferences with only 7 teams, you need all teams to play 7 conference games. So they pair up with another 7-team conference. In the Lakeland's case, it's the Dunn St. Croix, and every team plays one team from another conference, and it counts towards your conference record. Fugate again airing it out, this time to the far side, and Pouliot unable to locate it as he was heading out of bounds. It'll set up another punt situation, 4th and 13. Punt team coming on the field as Fugate heads off. A couple of deep ball attempts there for the Eagles quarterback. One closer than the other, and that completion to Bance on the play before negated by the penalty, the illegal formation. So we'll see if Pouliot actually kicks the ball away here. Much longer conversion potentially, 4th and 13. He's lined up deep with Olsen there as the wingback. He's going to head over to the right and will boom it away. And punt returner for Cadott will let it roll inside the 10-yard line as Unity downs it there. The punt returner there, Brenton Faber, number 10. Or pardon me, number 11, who I don't have on the roster here for Cadott, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. Joel Weeks, brother of Jake, I'm imagining. It's going to be a penalty. Penalty on Cadott there on the punt return, so it'll back them up even further inside the 10. 8:55 to go in the first half. Cadott starting this drive even deeper than their first, where they started at the 17. Looks like they're going to start this drive at the 8-yard line. They were able to take their first drive for an 83-yard touchdown possession. Weeks is going to give the end around to Rickle, who had the touchdown in the first quarter.
Rickle on the carry. On the play. 7 yards on the play. It is 10 down and 3.
2nd and 3 here for the Hornet offense. 8:27 remaining here in the first half. A little bit too early to start thinking about the second half, but Cadott will receive the kickoff to open the third quarter. Weeks gives it up the middle to Blanchette, and it's another short gain to set up 3rd and short here.
Right up the gut.
Third and 3 here on the scoreboard with, as we pass just under 8 minutes to go in this one. On defense for the Eagles, on the defensive line, you've got Hayes Larson along with Evan Odegaard. Isaiah Fugate, the starting quarterback, listed as a starting defensive end here as well, along with, pardon me, that was their first of the half. And we'll head to a break here on Zaleski Sports, 6-0 in favor of the Hornets.
Schedule a tee time today at Whispering Pines Golf Course in Cadott. This 18-hole course requires your full bag of gloves. It's challenging but fair and always well manicured. Hit the driving range and putting green to get warmed up. After golf, step into the clubhouse for homemade pizza, wings, burgers, and a large selection of appetizers that will keep you coming back. Then stay and watch the games on the big screens. Whispering Pines is a great place to hold your next golf or non-golf event. Whispering Pines Golf Course on County X at Cadott. Just a short drive east on 29 from Eau Claire.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports here. 3rd and 1 for the Cadott offense from their own 16. Weeks is going to give it straight up the gut for number 22, Fastbender. Fastbender gets the first down and a whole lot more as he is down to right around the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 there. First down of this drive for Cadott, and getting out of deep in their own territory. Other games, plenty of other football action here on Zaleski Sports tonight. Exclusively football tonight, as we've had volleyball coverage throughout the week. Weeks under center. It was going to give that end around this time to Ramsier. Ramsier is tripped up. We got plenty of flags, though, in the backfield to see what this is. It's going to be on Cadott. Illegal shift, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty, setting up 1st and 15 for the Hornets. Other games tonight on Zaleski Sports, all around the state, including games in the Fox Valley. You've got Appleton East at Kaukauna, Notre Dame of Green Bay at Oshkosh North. And in the shotgun, back to pass, this time Weeks, deep ball, he's got a man, it's complete, and hit right around the 40-yard line. That's Rickle a completion of 35 yards. First down, Hornets into Eagles territory. What a pass there from Weeks. We haven't seen him drop back like that all game. His first completion of the game, or maybe second, if I'm not mistaken. And Weeks on the season struggled to complete passes, just around 44%, but he came up big there on a 1st and 15 play. Perhaps the Eagles weren't expecting it, and now Weeks will head back to his usual duties of handing it off to Aiden Rickle, and Rickle is stopped in the backfield. They go straight back to the senior after his big completion catch there on the ground. Another flag on Cadott again. There'll be a holding penalty. And Coach Nyhus of Unity conversing with the ref here. And the penalty is declined. And it was a loss on the play, so 2nd and 13 versus 1st and 20. Certainly don't mind Coach Nyhus' oh, here a trick play. Looking downfield, and it is nearly intercepted by Brian Band on some of these long down and distance plays. Saw it on the 1st and 15 play, and now on 2nd and 13. They try to air it out again. Decent throw there from Rickle. As I was looking at last year's stats for Cadott, it looked like he was the starting quarterback. 13 here, big play for the Cadott offense. Weeks airing it out, finds his man. It's Rickle again, and he is near the clearly the man that Weeks is most comfortable looking for, as 2 completions for first downs on this drive from inside the 10. The Cadott offense has stormed all the way down the field to the 9 to add on to their 6-point lead. Weeks under center, and a whistle will stop. False start on Cadott, and yet again it's going to be 1st and long here. That's going to be the last 3 set of downs. They've either had a penalty or a negative play set them up for 1st or 2nd down and more than 10 yards to go. They've been able to weather the storm of some 1st down mistakes so far on this drive. We'll see if they do it for a 3rd time here. Weeks is going to give the draw to Blanchette, and Blanchette is shoestring tackled down by number 52, Carlos Pouliot. After making that nice play, get a high five from his head coach. And it'll be 2nd and 14 for the Hornet offense. They're most likely going to... Oh, nobody there, though. And incomplete. The only man that was on that side of the field was number 9, Isaac Wellner, but he was well almost into the end zone as Weeks' pass was just about 10 yards long. It'll be 3rd and 14. It nearly looked like an intentional grounding penalty, but of course Weeks was able to roll out on this drive as he's got 2 more years of high school football after this fall. Weeks is going to take a draw here. Play broke down. Crucial play here for the Unity defense to take some momentum into halftime. 4 minutes remaining and get the ball back to their offense, perhaps get a score heading into halftime. It'll be Weeks in the shotgun. We've rarely seen this tonight. 4th and 7 from the 16. Yeah, double end around here, and it'll be Ramsier stopped short of the line to gain, I believe. The trickery fooling me there, as it was Weeks giving it to Rickle, and then Rickle back to Ramsier going from right to left. And Unity gets the stop they wanted, and perhaps the stop they needed, as should Cadott have taken a 12-0 lead on that drive, things were looking dicey for Unity heading into halftime. They get the stop, and will have to start from deep within their own territory, but they'll take that. Before Unity starts this drive, tonight's game is brought to you by Gross Motors in Neillsville. Check out the new Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram store at Gross Motors in Neillsville. They now have the largest selection of Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles in all of central Wisconsin, all at one location on Highway 10 in Neillsville and at grossauto.com. Watch for details on their grand opening coming soon. Fugate's going to give it to Pouliot, and it's on the ground, and they will rule it an incompletion. That was sort of a pitch pass from Fugate to Pouliot, and it was put on the turf. Quickly, the refs blow that play dead. Could have been huge had that been a handoff. So not the start of this drive that Unity wanted to see. 2nd and 10 from their own 10-yard line. 6-0 Cadott on top of the Unity Eagles here in this final Lakeland Conference game of the season, the final game of the regular season. And that'll be a timeout for Unity. Their first of the half. We've got 4:01 remaining. Eagles trailing by 6 here in Cadott. We'll take a break on Zaleski Sports.
New Gross Motors Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Truck Showroom and Service Center is now open. Check out the new Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Showroom, Lounge, and Service Center. Rows and rows of vehicles, the best selection around, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you through the buying process. Gross Motors in Neillsville now has the largest Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership in central Wisconsin, all in one spot on Highway 10 in Neillsville.
To the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. Coach Nyhus of Unity using his first time out there. 4:01 remaining. His Eagles have the ball deep in their own territory from the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 10. Isaiah Fugate takes the snap, rolls out to his left, looking to maybe pitch it to Olson on the read option, and the ball's on the turf. Recovered by Cadott. We had a flag on the play before that. But a huge swing of momentum there for the Cadott defense. Isaac Wellner with the recovery, the junior cornerback. It looked like it'll be a hold on Unity, so the turnover will stand. Huge play for the Cadott defense as Fugate was stopped. It looked like the ball was about to be whistled dead, but a Cadott defender punched it out. And the fumble recovery there for Wellner. His first of the game. Perhaps his second of the season. I've got the leaders on the Hornets here with 2. And taking over is Jake Weeks. He pitches it to Rickle. Rickle out to his left, finding nothing. It is 1st and goal from the 2, and that's going to back him up a couple yards. So Cadott handed a very short field here, looking to take advantage of a costly turnover by the Unity quarterback. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4 now. Senior night here at Cadott High School. Stay tuned for halftime. We've got the latest episode of Hard Knocks featuring the Cadott Hornets. And handoff goes to Ramsier here. I think they're going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, setting up 3rd and goal from the 2. Hard Knocks featuring both the Cadott Hornets and the Augusta Beavers this season. After last season, it was the Spash Panthers. All recorded and produced by our producer here tonight, Dan Lau. It'll be, just as I said, 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line here. Unity's going to need to make 2 more stops. Up the gut is Fassbender. He is not going to get in. Great job by the Unity defense, stymieing the run of the Cadott Hornets. And now do they look to throw on 4th down? Fourth and goal from the 3. So we've gone from the 2 to the 4 to the 2 to the 3. So a net -1 yards on those 3 plays for Cadott. A turnover on downs could be exactly what the Eagles need here for the second drive in a row of the Cadott offense. Weeks in the shotgun. He's got Blanchette to his right. Weeks looking to throw. Rolls out right. He might tuck and run here. He is stopped short of the goal line. Tackle made by number 22, Noah Cox. And the Eagles come up with a huge stand, even bigger than their last drive ender, as that fumble was looking to erase any sort of hope for the Eagles here in the first half. They turn over Cadott again. It remains 6-0. We got 1:49. Eagles with 2 timeouts remaining. Cadott only has 1. It would take a lot for the Eagles to drive all the way down the field here in just over 100 seconds of play clock. Fugate's in the shotgun. He's got Olson to his left. Fake the handoff, looking to throw from his own end zone. Finds Pouliot, and just out of the reach of Josh Pouliot, headed toward the far sideline. Fugate certainly has the arm here, the senior quarterback for the Eagles. He's just been a little bit off the mark here tonight on a couple of throws. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 3 for Unity. Name of the game right now for Unity is just hold on to the ball and get out of deep in your territory, whether that is, get a conversion or give your punter a little bit more room should you need to kick the ball away. Looks like they're going to throw again here. Fugate with Olson to his left. Fugate from his end zone, finding Noah Cox down the seam, but just a little bit high. Defense there by number 9 for Cadott, Isaac Wellner, who had the fumble recovery on the previous drive. 3rd and 10. So now if you're Unity, you at least want to get 5 or so yards here to give your punter Pouliot some room. Obviously not going to go for it on likely any sort of 4th down this deep in your own territory. So we'll see maybe if they give a draw here to Olson. It's going to be 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side of the offensive line. Fugate is going to look to throw again. Deep in his own end zone. He's got some space to run, perhaps. Delivers a bullet to Pouliot, and in and out of the hands of Pouliot. We've got 2 flags, 1 in the backfield, 1 officials here. As the play stands right now, though, it's 4th and 10 from the 3-yard line with 1:34 remaining in the first half. Officials deliberating. And Brian Bance. And we will replay 3rd down. All right, so for Unity, all things considered, they'll take a 3rd down and 10. After that pass was knocked incomplete, another bullet delivered by Fugate. Pouliot just not able to hold on. Also some pass interference there from Cadott, making things difficult for Pouliot. Fugate back to pass, looking to the right side, delivers a strike to, is that Bance on the right side? No, I see Bance down here at the bottom of the screen. It's going to be number 5, his first catch of the day. That is Bryson McKenzie, the sophomore, standing at 6'3". Fugate also standing at 6'3", quite the size disparity between the 2 quarterbacks here. I imagine Jake Weeks is under 6 feet as a sophomore, and you got the senior here for Unity. Another throw. Bance is pushed to the turf there. He was looking for offensive pass defensive pass interference. Will not get the call. Pass a little bit off the mark there from Fugate. And with clock being so precious here for Unity, we're seeing the Eagle offense airing it out a bit more. 1:06 remaining, 6-0 Cadott, our score. The only scoring of the game. Aiden Rickel rushing touchdown in the first quarter. We've been scoreless here in the second. Fugate in the shotgun. You got Bance and Cox on the near side of the screen. Pouliot and McKenzie at the top of the screen. Rolling out right is Fugate, going deep. He's looking for Pouliot. Pouliot makes the catch at the 30-yard line of Cadott. Didn't seem like he knew where the ball was and then found it over his shoulder. What a throw from Fugate, and Pouliot doing a marvelous job of his own on the reception. Biggest play of the day for the Eagle offense, and 58 seconds remaining. Clock will stop here and now resumes as the ball is placed. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts left for Coach Nyhus. Back to pass again. Fugate looking to the left side. It's Cox. This time reels it in over the middle of the field. That'll be another first down. Gain of 11. Looks like it's going to be placed right around the 20. 40 seconds remaining. And clock resumes. Wonder when Coach Nyhus uses these 2 timeouts. Fugate. Back to pass again. Olsen out in the flat there. Instead, he goes to Pouliot right at the sideline. And that'll be a nice way to conserve some clock. Fugate, 3 straight first down passes. 28 seconds remaining as the senior quarterback having quite the drive here. And going to all of his receivers, I believe, except for his running back, Olsen. He's found Pouliot, Cox, Bance, and McKenzie. Fugate looking to score the first touchdown here for the Eagles. Going to the left side, he finds Bance. There's the first catch for Brian on this drive, as his previous target was incomplete, and it's a tie game, 6-6. Brian Bance from Isaiah Fugate. What a drive for the Eagles offense from deep in their own territory. I believe starting the drive from their 3. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense out here, looking to take an 8-6 lead into halftime, 24 seconds remaining. And you wonder, after all these passes down the field, does Fugate give it to Olsen here just to switch things up, but perhaps not on a 2-point conversion. Fugate back to pass, going to the right side. It's going to be Pouliot with the catch, and that'll be a 2-point conversion, 8-6. Unity on top, although we do have a flag that comes in late there. We'll see what the flag is. Perhaps the 2-point conversion will be nullified here. Fugate with, I believe, 6 completed passes on that drive. 4 first downs and a touchdown. And spreading it around. 4 different receivers.
So it looks like the 2-point conversion is good. However, there is an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Eagles.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will be applied on the kickoff. The 2-point conversion will stand. 24 seconds remaining here in the first half. Coach Nyhus talking to the officials. We will take our last commercial break before halftime.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Unity with a statement drive going all the way down the field. A 97-yard touchdown drive led by senior captain quarterback Isaiah Fugate. The touchdown catch by Brian Bance. The 2-point conversion will stand. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will push the Eagles' kickoff back, however. As we've got 24 seconds remaining, Cadott has 1 timeout left. Should they be able to get a solid kick return here? Kickoff's going to come from the 25 instead of the 35. Kicker Bo Carlson for the Eagles is a sophomore, standing at 5'11". First time we've seen him today. Unity sideline chanting here on the kickoff. And it's going to be a ground ball down. The squib kick there. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty. Offsides on the Eagles there. Is it Bo? And now Bo Carlson will have to kick off from the 20-yard line. I was just clarifying whether it was Bo or not, spelled B-O-E. All right, so now Cadott potentially set up very well for a kick return here. Carlson gets it in the air this time. Nice booming kick to the 40-yard line of Cadott. It's returned by number 6 of Cadott, Riley Winchell. He gets inside Eagles territory, but all things considered for the Eagles, that turned out very well. Nice kick by Carlson. First and 10 from the Eagles 40. And again, neither of these teams have attempted a field goal all season. So all Unity needs to do with the remaining 19 seconds is keep them out of the end zone and take an 8-6 lead into halftime. 19 seconds, 1 timeout remaining for the Cadott offense. Weeks under center here, looking to probably just to hand it off. Gives to Rickle. Rickle, a penalty on him, so we've got 2 penalties on the play. Rickle was well out of bounds when Bantz took him down. Certainly a penalty on Bantz there. Not a dirty hit, but Rickle clearly was out of bounds and Bantz pushed him down. Just a mental mistake there by the Unity defensive back, I believe, on Unity.
Second one was personal foul, Eagles, and then there was a dead ball, personal foul, Eagles.
So 2 personal fouls on the Eagles. One when the ball was dead, I believe that was Bant. The two personal fouls outweigh the holding penalty, so it'll be a 10-yard gain for the Hornets. .14 seconds remaining, but a damper on this end of the first half. So now Weeks is going to be looking to throw here. Weeks back to pass. Going to the left side to Rickle. I believe that was deflected by Fugate. Nice job by the senior quarterback / defensive end. Fugate on the season, first on the team in sacks with 4. Second and 10, 10 seconds remaining is the key factor here for the Cadott offense. You're going to need to go deep here or go to the sideline to preserve clock. They do still have that 1 timeout remaining. See if Coach Rickle gets a chance to use it. Weeks stumbles a bit in the pocket, goes deep, and a defender under this one. It's going to be picked off. No, knocked out of the hands of number 5, Bryson McKenzie. He was under that as soon as it was delivered from the quarterback, Weeks. That deep ball takes more seconds off the clock here. We've got 3 seconds to go. 3rd and 10 from the 25. Eagles defense just needs to make one more play here. A couple of referees conversing in the end zone. Perhaps we've got a flag on the play here. I believe I see one down right at the front left pylon of the end zone. Here on senior night, Cadott trailing by 2. They were up 6-0 for the majority of this first half after Aiden Rickle took a rushing touchdown into the end zone in the first quarter. Unsuccessful 2-point conversion for the Hornets. It was 6-0. Cadott turned the ball over on downs deep in Eagle territory, but then a fumble from Isaiah Fugate gave Cadott new life before eventually turning it over on downs again, this time even deeper in the Eagles territory at the 3-yard line. It was a goal-to-go situation from the 2-yard line, 1st and goal. Cadott could not punch it in. Turnover on downs from there resulted in the Eagles taking possession, heading down the field for a 97-yard touchdown drive and converting on the 2-point conversion, 8-6. Last play of the first half. Weeks airs it out. Again, a Eagles defender under it the whole time. That is McKenzie. The interception will end the half. 8-6. Unity on top of Cadott. Both teams will head to the locker rooms And on our halftime show here at Zaleski Sports, we will have the latest episode of Hard Knocks featuring these Cadott Hornets and the Augusta Beavers. We'll head to a halftime break, come back with stats after the episode of Hard Knocks. Stay with us on Zaleski Sports.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hard Knocks on Zaleski Sports is presented by Security Health Plan. SecurityHealth.org is your portal to find your plan, a doctor, prescription tools, and more. For 24/7 access and all the tools and resources needed to improve your well-being, right at your fingertips, visit SecurityHealth.org.
I just stayed on Josh. I don't know if you before. You don't have to take it and show the ball as you see. Well, yeah, I just stayed on him.
Lucas, stop yelling!
In case the fake. Hey, we'll run it the other way. Tight right, fake 26.
I was not.
Tight right, fake 26. 37.
What I said last week at homecoming was about just being proud of them and the effort that they put in and showing up every day and refusing to quit and trying to get better every day. And we have certainly seen improvements throughout the season. If you would tell me the way we're playing ball right now is a far cry from where I thought we'd be playing ball at the beginning of the season. So they've shown a lot of growth, especially defensively. I thought the past 3 games, especially against Indy, we played a very solid defensive game. Last week against Melrose, we took their running game away essentially, forced them to pass it, and that ended up they still got some runs with their quarterback because the pocket collapsed and we didn't necessarily keep our lanes, but they've just made some tremendous gains. And I think even more so mentally, it'd be really tough to keep going through this season like this. But their mental toughness shows every day. Refusal to quit. We haven't had a lackadaisical practice all year. We've certainly had practices that we would like to see better, but not one where I'm like, wow, we just didn't accomplish anything. Every practice we've gotten better. Continue to push ourselves. And I've seen them push themselves, and it hasn't always had to come from coaches.
Coach Bolt and the Beavers prepare for a Week 8 matchup on the road at Whitehall, another tough Dairyland Conference opponent. Coach Bolt also reflects on the growth of some of his seniors.
So Isaac has done a really nice job on both sides of the ball. He's very much a yes man and a great leader. Colton is kind of your gas kid, and he'll always get people going, and he's got a good sense of humor about him. He's got an attitude that he thinks he could do everything, and I love that because he never counts himself out. He's very hard on himself, holds himself accountable, but the growth that I've seen, especially from his sophomore year to now, has been just amazing. He's turned into a strong young man that does things the right way and is never satisfied with himself and pushes himself constantly.
Did I give you a 25 lead? Hey, slot right, 25 lead dive. Slot right, 25 lead dive.
On 2-on-2, ready.
Hey, line up. stay low, fire out. All the good stuff. Have a good practice. Have a good special teams. Let's get out here and have fun. Charge gang on 3. 1, 2, 3, charge gang!
It is senior night here in Whitehall. Whitehall comes in today 2-5, 1-4 in conference, while the Beavers of Augusta are 0-7, 0-5 in conference.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get up and get loud as we welcome your 2025 Whitehall North!
And Whitehall breaks through the banner. Shiny chrome helmets, and boom, we're underway in Whitehall. A short kick to the 30, bobbled and picked up, and Isaac Mooney is back out there to punt. And watch for a fake to one of them. This is Killian going around the end. And Killian in for the touchdown. Whitehall on the board first. Astro under center, 3 men behind him. Pitches it back to Killian. He looks, he's gonna pass, and that's caught and tackled just in front of the end zone. That was Killian to Hutzel.
39 yards.
And the first non-run goes for about 40 yards. Killian into the end zone. It's another touchdown for Bo Killian. Shong drops back and caught. That's Lee. Runs down the sideline, out and around the 45 of Whitehall. Shong with a quick throw, tipped and caught by Wincy.
Shong's pass complete to Wincy.
Beavers looking to go for it here. Shong airs it out. Wincy made the reception at the 10-yard line. The Beavers move the chains. Shong takes the snap. Quick throw, incomplete. And they really got to hurry if they want to get another playoff, and it doesn't look like that will be the case. They run back to the line of scrimmage. He does get a snap off. He looks the end zone and too high for Mooney. And that's how the half will end. And Whitehall will set up with favorable field position at their own 48. Back to Peterson, who's in for the touchdown.
In for the touchdown.
Shong takes the snap. Finds Owen Lee. And Lee with some speed.
Owen Lee.
Into the end zone.
65 yards.
Owen Lee with the 65-yard touchdown. Shong to Lee, and Augusta's on the board. Shong steps back, goes to the corner of the end zone, and caught for the 2-point conversion. That was Isaac Mooney, I believe, on the reception. And Whitehall takes the win 51-8 over the Augusta Beavers.
I think that it's been fun watching everyone grow. I think every game we've gotten better. We're doing something. And there's been bright spots, even though we haven't won yet, but there's definitely bright spots.
Yeah, definitely is going through the season. Watching these young kids being able to play and watching our seniors having to almost be towards the end of the season, watching them grow, and just can't wait for them to have their future be bright for them, and be able to come back next year and watch them learn and do better. And me being on this field now for a year, just being really happy to play.
Yeah, I've been with everyone on this team the whole 4 years, and it's been fun watching them go. I made a lot of friends who graduated, but it's definitely fun being able to step up, having the coaches trust me to play. I've known him since I was in middle school, Coach Bolt. He's definitely been a big inspiration for me. He's the one who got me into football and encouraged me to play, and I definitely don't regret it at all. But overall, I'm just really proud of these kids, and they've created more joy for me as a coach and have kind of brought that back, even though we haven't had great success. They've reignited something in me that I just love it, and I've enjoyed going to every practice with them and having fun with them, and they've pushed me and my staff as well, and they want that. They want to be coached hard and they want to be pushed, and I think we've done a good job of that, and I'm just very thankful to have the opportunity to keep coming back with them, and so I appreciate them a lot.
Jumping jack. Ready, go. A-U-G-U-S-T-A-B-E-A-D-E-R-S. Straight down.
Hard Knocks on Zaleski Sports is presented by Security Health Plan. SecurityHealth.org is your portal to find your plan, a doctor, prescription tools, and more. For 24/7 access and all the tools and resources needed to improve your well-being, right at your fingertips, visit SecurityHealth.org.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
As we return from the halftime break here, welcome back on Zaleski Sports. The Unity Eagles leading 8-6 here in Cadott over the hosting Hornets. It was 6-0 for the majority of the first half after a mid-first quarter touchdown run by Aiden Rickel of Cadott made it 6-0. The teams traded possessions in the second quarter. A Cadott drive deep into Eagles territory was stalled at the 10 on a turnover on downs. Nearly immediately after that, quarterback Isaiah Fugate fumbled for the Eagles, and a recovery for Cadott at the 3-yard line set up a 1st and goal. Cadott was stuffed at the goal line 4 plays in a row for another turnover on downs, and then a precise drive from Fugate and the Eagles offense, picking apart the Cadott defense, goes 97 yards down the field, capped off by a Fugate to Brian Bantz touchdown to tie the game. A 2-point conversion from Fugate to Josh Pouliot made it 8-6. Cadott will receive the second half kickoff here, as we've got a great one here to finish the regular season. Both of these teams on the season have struggled against against opponents with 500 records or better. Unity 0-4 on the season, Cadott 0-3. Technically, this isn't a game for Cadott against a 500 opponent since Unity's 3-5 overall, but they are 500 in conference. And for Unity, if they were able to knock off 5-3 Cadott, this would be their first win against an opponent with more wins than losses. Again, on the season, Unity 1-3 on the road, Cadott 1-2 at home. So something's got to give tonight. Either Unity is going to get their second road win of the year, or Cadott's going to get their second home win, as the Hornets have played much better on the road, 4-1. Cadott outscoring opponents by 12 on the season, 27.5 points to 15.5. Unity averaging 18.6 points as an offense and giving up 31.6. So they're at about -13 per game, but right now they're up 2. So looking to keep things that way. Bo Carlson with the third quarter kickoff here for the Eagles. Will head straight down the middle, and it is fielded by number 11 for Cadott, Joel Weeks. And Joel Weeks, another sophomore named Weeks, perhaps twins with Jake. Down at the 30-yard line, and Cadott's offense will set up from there. Cadott playing mostly out of that tight set with all skill position players right along the offensive line. We have seen Weeks in a shotgun formation a couple of times when they've needed him to pass, but primarily it's been giving it up the gut to Kellen Blanchette or the end-around style runs to Aiden Rickel. Owen Fassbender has also had plenty of carries on the night. So you've got number 22 Fassbender on the near side of your screen. Blanchette is right behind the quarterback Weeks. It'll be Fassbender getting the touch there, and he is sent down at the line of scrimmage. Rickel sets up opposite Fassbender on the right tackle side of the line. It'll be 2nd and 12 here for the Hornets offense. They scored in the first quarter and took a drive deep into Unity territory, but that drive stalled out. They turned it over on downs, and then they weren't able to take advantage of a gift turnover from the Eagles. So Cadott looking to reverse their fortunes here on offense. It's a pitch pass from Weeks to Aiden Rickel, and a nice long gain on marker. Don't know if he quite got all 12 yards of it. Matchup of 2 ranked teams going on in Oshkosh right now. Notre Dame Academy Kaukauna in Fox Valley play. You've got Stevens Point at Marshfield, and for the Hornets. We have yet to see Cadott punt in this game. A couple of 4th down conversions and some turnovers on down. We saw one punt from the Eagles in the first half, as well as a fake punt. And yeah, it's looking like just over a yard to go for the Cadott offense as the chain gang was brought out there. Unfortunately, not something you see in the NFL anymore, but still got it here at the high school level. Not quite an end around, perhaps. He's not coming from a wide receiver out wide position, but coming from left to right or right to left across the line there. And Rickle with another first down on the 3rd and short. As I was saying, Cadott with a win tonight. They will finish at 6-3, 4-3 conference record, and almost surely, or very likely, would make the Division 6 playoffs. It's uncertain with the way they do the playoff matrix ranking. Right now, Cadott sitting right around that bubble of 32 to 33. Of course, 32 teams make the playoffs. But a win tonight would certainly help their case. A loss, meanwhile, would likely mean they missed the playoffs, and Unity would relish in the opportunity to cost the Hornets a shot at the postseason. 2nd and 7 after a short gain on first down from the Hornets. Weeks under center, Fassbender in motion, he'll get it, and stuffed in the backfield. Nice job by the Unity defensive line there. Subbing back onto the field here, number 24 and number 18 for Unity. Henry Heinen, a defensive back, as well as Tyler Asp, a defensive back. And number 51, Dawson Hetrick, and Carlos Pouliot come off the field. A couple of linemen that have been playing on both sides of the ball. They're going to take a seat as they've been working hard all night. 3rd and 8 here from the 42. Perhaps this could force the first Cadott punt of the game if they can't convert. Weeks back to pass, delivers a completion to Rickle, and Rickle will have the first down. He was stood up and immediately hit as he caught the ball, but managed to hang on. We've got a flag on the play. So Rickle with the conversion. We'll see if it stands here. Certainly looked like that was a defensive penalty, if anything. And Cadott is over midfield and into Eagle territory for the 3rd time tonight. They have started in their own territory. And that'll... Face mask is the penalty on the Eagle defense. Looking like that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And the Cadott Hornets will start this next set of down from the 40-yard line of Unity. Rickle on the near side of your screen now. He motions around. They give it to him and headed back towards the center of the field. Another flag, but Rickle, before the flags are thrown, will gain about 9 yards. Perhaps we got 2 different fouls here. You saw the backline judge throw one into the middle of the field later in the play. The 8-player playoffs for football here in the WIAA start this week, I believe. We've got one 8-player game on tonight. I'm trying to find which one it was. I'll head to actually ZaleskiSports.com and verify that. Penalty will push back the Cadott Hornets. It's 1st and 14. They give it to Ramsier on the to the right side and gaining a lot back of the penalty yardage there.
Leading about 2nd down and 5 for the Hornets.
Second and 5 coming up here for Cadott. 8:30 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Another long drive here for the Hornets. With that run-heavy offense, they chew up a lot of clock, and they've been able to move the ball down the field effectively. Rickle's going to get the handoff from Weeks this time. And up the gut. In terms of the different running backs on this team for Cadott, Rickle's got the most carries on the year. He's also the most efficient, as he averages about 8.5 yards per carry. Ramsier does average more than him, but Ramsier's got maybe 25% the amount of carries as Rickle. 8-player playoffs are starting most of the games tomorrow, but I think a couple games I think that was my mistake, actually. The game on Zaleski Sports will be tomorrow as a big gain near the first down marker there for the Hornets. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Cadott. Weeks under center. Fassbender motions across. They're going to give it to Blanchette. Blanchette is wrestled down by the defensive line of Unity.
Blanchette brought down almost immediately there by Cadott. Unity on 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4 here for Cadott. Most likely 4-down territory for them. Unless they wanted perhaps a big loss here on 3rd down. Could force them to punt and try to pin Unity deep in their territory. But most likely we're going to see them go for it on 4th. Should that arise here. It's Fassbender around to the right side. He's going to push towards the first down marker, and unclear from my vantage point whether he got it.
Looks like it's coming up for another Cadott.
And they're going to call it a Cadott first down here. We'll set up shop at the 24, 1st and 10. Very methodical drive here from Cadott to start the second half, establish the sort of offense we saw from them for the majority of the first half. Just the half didn't finish the way they wanted. Weeks gives it this time to Ramsier, and Ramsier is bottled up by the interior defensive line. Number 3, Uriah Fugate, a freshman, in on the tackle there. Uriah on the season leads Unity in fumble recoveries. He's got 2, 7 other players tied in 2nd place. Second and 11. Up the middle they go. Blanchette, and another short gain will get them to about a 3rd and 9. It seems like Blanchette may be in a bad way here. Thankfully, we haven't seen too many injuries tonight, but Blanchette is still down on the field. So it'll be setting up a 3rd and 9. Cadott most likely will run it here on 3rd down, make it a 4th and manageable, or perhaps even convert. No sense on going to the air when you have been able to run it so effectively all drive. So yes, I was mistaken. The 8-player playoffs starting tomorrow, as that bracket was set last week. And Blanchette able to walk off under his own power. Very thankful for that, and thankful that we haven't seen many injuries this game. That was the first injury stoppage we've had. The 1 seeds in the 8-player playoffs, including Flambeau from around this area of the state, Lena/St. Thomas Aquinas from the Northeast region. They were the runners-up last year. Gilman, again another area, a team from Central Wisconsin, and Oakfield from the Fond du Lac area. Those are the 1 seeds in the 32-team bracket.
There you go, double.
And that'll set up a 4th down. They go up the middle.
And Weeks picking himself up the middle. In around 4 yards, leaving 40 down.
Last year's champions were Owen Withy. They finished with a 12-0 season. They beat Lena/St. Thomas Aquinas 50-36 in the 8-player championship that took place in Wisconsin Rapids. I believe it'll be in Wisconsin Rapids again this year. And of course, the week after that will be the Division 1 through 7 state championships at Camp Randall in Madison. Weeks looking to pass here. Gets away from the defender, and a deep ball into the end zone. It's tipped, and I believe it's going to be incomplete. Good defense there on 4th and 5 from Brian Bance and company. forcing a turnover on downs yet again for the Cadott offense deep in Eagles territory. A lot of bend but not break here tonight for the Unity defense, and it's worked well for them as they've got a 2-point lead, and we're nearly through the third quarter here as that drive took up about 8 minutes, 4:11 remaining as Unity finally will touch the ball on the offensive side for the first time here tonight. Isaiah Fugate finished the first half with an impressive drive. And Fugate's going to take the quarterback draw here for a gain of 3. On that drive, Fugate found 5 different receivers. I believe he had 6 or 7 completions, eventually culminating in the touchdown throw to Brian Bance and a 2-point conversion to Josh Pouliot that pulled Unity ahead. But that was with not a lot of time remaining in the first half. They were looking to throw more to conserve clock, get out of bounds, get first downs. Here, the Unity offense maybe a little bit more conservative, although Fugate back to pass, finds Cox, and it'll be incomplete. Schneider breaking it up there, the freshman, Maxwell Schneider. Will be 3rd down and 5, and Unity deep within their own territory, so it would likely force a punt should Cadott be able to stop him here. See if they go back to the air after the incomplete pass there on 2nd down, or dial up one of their trusted run plays here. It'll still just be Adrian Olson in the backfield behind Fugate. 4 receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And Fugate's going to take it himself. He finds a lot of space on the near side of the field, meets a defender head on, and he will have a run of 8 yards, converting on 3rd down. Or pardon me, that'll be an 11-yard run. He gets all the way to the 30. 1st and 10 for Unity, set up by the fearless run there from quarterback Isaiah Fugate. Standing at 6'3", 250. He's outsizing most, if not all, of the Cadott defenders, especially in the secondary, where he broke that run into there. 1 receiver to Fugate's right here, 3 to the left, and he's going to give the draw to Adrian Olson. Gain of 2, setting up 2nd and 8.
Short gain there by Olson. And a 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 here for the Eagle offense. Fugate with Olson in the backfield. You've got McKenzie at the bottom of your screen, and so Cox, Bance, and Pouliot at the top of your screen. Another run here for Fugate. Breaks a tackle or 2, meets the defender head on, and across midfield, Fugate with another great run there. And I believe Coach Nyhus is going to start going to that even more. We didn't see Fugate run around the end of the line like that in the first half, just those quarterback draws. And the last 2 times he's gone around the right side, it's worked quite well for the Unity Eagles. Unity currently ranked 35th in the Division 6 playoff field, and only the top 32 make it. They are likely eliminated from playoff contention, but you never know which the way that WIAA will see it. Certainly a win here tonight would improve their chances. 2nd and 6 after the rush there for 4 yards. 1:17 and counting remaining here in the third quarter. That Cadott drive took up the majority of this 12-minute frame. And we're nearly into the fourth here. As the clock is running, Fugate has McKenzie and Pouliot to the near side of the screen. He's going to go to Pouliot, a deep ball. Josh Pouliot dives, and it's just out of his reach. Close there from Fugate to Pouliot, the junior. He's listed as a running back, but Olsen, the true starting running back here tonight. Pouliot's been lining up wide quite a bit. And on the season, Pouliot second on the team in receptions behind Brian Bance. He's got 2 touchdowns. Bance leads the team with 5. That was coming into the night. Now he's got 6 after his touchdown in the second quarter. 3rd and 6 from the 46. Definitely 4-down territory for the Eagles here. 2 plays to try to get a conversion. Fugate back to pass. Looking to Pouliot, this time on an out route. He gets to the sideline and most importantly, gets the conversion. Right around the 30-yard line, he heads out of bounds. 51 seconds remaining. Clock is stopped there. 51 seconds in the third. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Cadott didn't end up using their final timeout of the first half, and I believe Unity finished the half with 2 remaining. As the Cadott ended up having a stop clock, and on the last play of the half, Weeks threw up a deep ball that was picked off to end the second quarter. Fugate with a fresh set of downs gives it to Olsen up the gut, and nothing doing there for the senior captain running back. There'll be a tackle for loss for the Cadott defense. Tackle for loss leader on the team this year coming into tonight has been Webster, Brock Webster, a junior, number 71. McKenzie and Pouliot to the left. Pouliot inside McKenzie. And then on the top of your screen, you got Bance out wide to the left with Cox inside him. Fugate, play action on the draw. Looking for Pouliot perhaps, but the pass well short. Good pressure there from the Cadott defense, blowing that play up. 3rd and 11 with 5 seconds remaining. This will be the last play of the third quarter in all likelihood. From the 32 of the Hornets. Again, Unity in 4-down territory. They've got 2 chances to make this conversion. See what they draw up here on 3rd and 11. Fugate in the shotgun. He's got Olsen right behind him. Going to go to the air. Fugate gives it to Bance. Bance takes a hit but maintains possession. It will not be a first down, but it'll make 4th down much more manageable. That'll be the end of the third quarter. A Cadott drive took up nearly 8 minutes of the 12, and now Unity with a drive of their own that will stretch into the fourth quarter. We'll take a break here on Zaleski Sports. Our score remains Eagles 8, Hornets 6.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. We'll have a 4th down and 6 to start the fourth quarter here. Unity heading from right to left across your screen. Fugate in the backfield, Olsen right behind him. On the near side of your screen, you got Bryson Bance and Noah Cox, and Cadott drawn offsides there. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 4th and 1. And likely changing the play call for the Eagles there. Perhaps a bit of a hard count from Fugate. Sorry, I said Bryson Bance. I meant Brian. Bryson McKenzie. I got my names jumbled up there. Brian Bance, number 7, will line up wide out left. You've got Noah Cox, number 22. He'll be the slot receiver on the left side. And then Bryson McKenzie out wide on the right with Pouliot in the slot on the right. And it'll be a quarterback draw on 4th and 1. And Fugate's going to get just enough to convert. New set of downs for the Eagles. 8-6 our score right now. And Eagles with a promising drive here at the start of the 4th quarter. Cadott with a long drive in the 3rd, but were unable to convert it into any points as they stalled out deep in Eagles territory, turning the ball over on downs for the 3rd time tonight. The Eagles defense, as I said earlier, bending but not breaking here as they've given up just the 1 touchdown despite many long drives from the Hornets. 1st down and 10. Fugate under center. Thrown to the left side. He's looking for Cox. Cox reels it in, and that'll be a touchdown for the Eagles. Noah Cox, the senior, reels it in. A great throw from Isaiah Fugate, and we've got a 14-6 ball game. See if the offense stays on the field here for another 2-point conversion. Looks like it. We've got Bo Carlson, the kicker, still on the sideline. 14-6. Another great throw there from Fugate on 1st down, taking a shot at it into the end zone. Why not? They have been struggling to run the ball on that drive, so the passing game was looking a lot more fruitful for them. Fugate under center. This might be a Wildcat situation. You've got number 12, Henry Christensen, the backup quarterback. The snap gets away from him. He just falls on the ball, and that's the right play. Christensen not looking to do too much with it once he recovered the ball. High snap leads to a failed 2-point conversion. 14-6 is our score, and we will head to another quick break here on Zaleski Sports. Unity up by 8.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. A touchdown drive for the Unity Eagles, making our score 14-6. Tonight's game brought to you by Bush Brothers. At Bush Brothers, they believe champions aren't just made on the field, they're built in our communities. That's why they proudly support local schools and high school athletes. Bush Brothers, committed to excellence on and off the field. Great kick here from Bo Carlson. Will it go out of bounds? I spoke too soon. Great distance on it, but the penalty there will bring it out to the 40-yard line for Cadott. Great drive from the Unity Eagles to end the 3rd quarter and start the 4th. And the penalty, I might have misspoken there. Looks like they will be placing the ball at the 30-yard line, not the 40. Re-kick. So I believe Cadott is going to choose to decline the penalty. Carlson will get another shot at it, and so they would have set up at the 35. Does Carlson need to? I don't think they have to back up the kick at all, though, because they chose to decline. So he'll kick it off from the 35 again, and we'll have a redo here. Just before our commercial break there, the touchdown throw from Fugate to Noah Cox, making it 14-6. They did fail on the two-point conversion attempt, as the snap got away from backup quarterback Henry Christensen. And Christensen just falling on the ball to avoid any sort of run back by Cadott. Carlson with another chance at the kickoff here. A little bit shorter, but this one will stay inbounds. Fielded at the 27 by Cadott. Looking to break a tackle is number 6, Riley Winchell. He gets to the 45. Good return there. And the free kick ends up working out for Coach Rickle of Cadott. 14-6. This is a big drive for the Cadott offense. Gonna need points on this one. Likely gonna need points if they want to remain in this game. Can't give the ball back to Fugate and the suddenly surging Eagles offense. Weeks is gonna be in the shotgun to start the drive. First time we've seen this all night. He hands it off. Up the middle goes Fassbender for a gain of 4. Second and 5 coming up here across midfield, and we got a late flag, very late flag. Well after the play had concluded, perhaps a personal foul of some sort. As the referees discuss at midfield. Just under 11 minutes to go.
It's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Eagles.
Unsportsmanlike conduct again on Unity. We saw many of those in the first half, and that was what extended that first drive that ended in a turnover on downs in the second quarter. As well as we saw some personal fouls that gave Cadott a chance at scoring, even though they got the ball with just 24 seconds remaining in the half. The drive didn't end up resulting in anything as an interception closed the half, but Unity sort of hamstringing themselves with the personal fouls. Weeks back under center like we're used to seeing. The handoff to Ramsier goes up the middle for a gain of about 5 yards.
Ramsier on the carry up the middle. Brought down by a spread of Eagle. Still managing in around 4 yards.
Second and 6, a gain of 4 there. On the defensive line here for the Eagles, number 54, right in the middle there, Evan Odegaard. On the season, one of their sack leaders. He's got 4. And a nice single-legged tackle there from number 3, Uriah Fugate, the freshman. Pardon me, 3.5 sacks on the year for Odegaard. No sacks tonight for either team, I believe. Both quarterbacks have been able to get rid of the ball whenever they've felt pressure. 3rd and 3 from the 28. Very manageable for Cadott here. They'll set up in their usual formation. You've got Blanchette behind Weeks, and you've got 2 skill position players to each side of the line in motion. It'll be Rickle just taking it himself, as the handoff from Weeks was so quick I don't think I even saw it. Rickle will get the first down, and they'll move the chains. Weeks will start this fresh set of downs in the shotgun. Blanchette to his right. In motion comes Rickle, and they give it to Blanchette up the middle. A flag is thrown, and Blanchette's still on his feet. He'll head towards the end zone. It's a touchdown. We'll see what the flag does at the end of this play. There's another flag, perhaps a personal foul there on someone. We got 2 flags I didn't even realize Blanchette was still, they hadn't blown the play dead. He still had forward progress. And the touchdown not even put up on the scoreboard here yet, so we think this play is probably coming back. Senior night here at Cadott High School. They are recognizing 6 seniors on this Hornet football team. Number 1, Gabriel Sikora. We saw him get a first down catch on the first drive of the game.
Holding against the Hornets and a face mask or horse collar against the Eagles.
Holding against Cadott and a horse collar against the Eagles. So that will be offsetting penalties. Touchdown taken off the board, and we'll keep it at the same spot. So all in all for the Eagles, not a bad outcome there. And that Blanchette touchdown, unfortunately for him, wiped off the board. It remains 1st and 10 from the 24. Hornets break the huddle. Started that drive in shotgun and went with the halfback draw to Blanchette. We'll see if they do the same thing here. In motion, here comes Rickle from the other side. It's going to be a keeper for Weeks. He goes up the middle and gets a nice gain there. 8 yards for the quarterback, number 21, Jacob Weeks. Again, on the seniors, we talked about Gabriel Sikora. You've got number 3, Gavin Roscoe. Number 15, Aiden Rickle with the lone touchdown tonight for the Hornets. Number 54, Michael Wellner. 65, Anthony Glens, who coming up on Zaleski Sports will actually have a day in the life with Anthony Glens put together and posted on our YouTube channel. And also number 69, Ridley Bergeron, who plays on both the offensive and defensive lines. That run by Ramsier gets stood up. It'll be 3rd and short, as that was on 2nd and 2. That QB keeper by Jake Weeks on first down. 3rd and 1 coming up here for Cadott from the 15-yard line. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this game up. Field goal attempt not in the cards for either team here tonight. And it looked like another keeper there for Weeks, and Weeks will convert on the QB sneak. It'll be a first down for Cadott. Tonight's game brought to you by Dahlman Insurance Agency. Call the Dahlman Insurance Agency for home, auto, and business coverage from Penn National Insurance Company. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. That's DALLMAN Insurance. Weeks in the shotgun. Blanchette to his right. They're going to give it to Rickle as he comes into the backfield and around the right side of the line. He'll pick up a gain of about 4. This drive hasn't been too flashy for the Hornets, but it's been very effective and, again, taking up a lot of clock as we are near the midway point of this 4th quarter. 6:45 remaining. Weeks back under center. Blanchette behind him. In motion is Fassbender. He gets the handoff and stopped around the left side of the line. That's going to be no gain. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Thank you to our game day sponsor tonight, Oakwood Bank in Augusta and Eau Claire. Proud to support local student athletes. That's Oakwood Bank in Augusta and Eau Claire. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 10-yard line. So Cadott still able to convert here. Don't need to get it into the end zone on this play or on a potential 4th down. Weeks gives it to Ramsier on the end around. He's got some space to work with. Is it enough for the first down? The pile gets pushed backwards. Nice final effort there by the Unity defense. And the Unity sidelines signaling 4th down. I believe that was a gain of about 3 yards. No, they give him 5. So it'll be 4th and 1 from the 5-yard line. We've seen this exact scenario 3 different times tonight. Cadott deep in Unity territory with a fourth down and manageable. And each of the first 3 times it's resulted in a turnover on down. Can Cadott break that streak here? They don't need to get into the end zone. They just need to convert on the 4th and 1. It'll be a timeout for Unity, their first timeout of the half. And we will head to a break with a crucial 4th and 1 coming up on the other side of these ads.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfein Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. B-BT.
4th and 1 here, back on Zaleski Sports. Surprisingly, it's going to be Rickle taking the snap. He's going to head to the right, and he is bottled up, and yet again, the Unity defense forces a turnover on downs deep in their own territory. Cadott tried something different there. It was Rickle under center, taking a snap in the shotgun, not Weeks. And Rickle was looking to make something work there. Perhaps there was a pitch intended, but the play not allowed to develop. So Trent Nyhus, the head coach for Unity, using his timeout, and it worked out well for him. And again, Unity with the ball deep in their own territory. 5 minutes remaining. They lead by 8, 14-6. Our score. Tonight's game brought to you by Mancino's Grinders and Pizza. They've been a family tradition for almost 30 years. For the best hot sandwich in town, grab a grinder. Order online for takeout and delivery at mancinoseauclair.com. Mancino's Grinders and Pizza is locally owned and operated, conveniently located on Brackett Avenue near Memorial High School. Fugate with the quarterback draw there, gaining about 4 yards, and we do have an injured Hornet down there. Fugate also grabbing at his legs. And we'll have a bit of a stoppage here as one player for both teams looking to be in pain. Tonight's game also brought to you by HS Fence Company. HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They've been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the last 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com. We will keep it here during this injury stoppage. Fugate, the quarterback for Unity, is on the sideline, and I think he just had maybe a little bit of a strain there, but he's seemingly good to go. And the defender for Cadott still down. When we come out of this stoppage, it will be 2nd and 7, and looking like it's number 52 for Cadott. That is Aiden Tomkowiak. He will head off to the sideline under his own power, but not able to stay in the game here. On the scoreboard, we've got Unity with 3 timeouts remaining and Cadott with 2. So actually, I believe it was Cadott that called the timeout before that failed 4th down attempt, giving Unity the chance to make sure they had their defense all set. Fugate on 2nd and 7 here. Bantz and Cox on the near side of your screen. Pouliot and McKenzie on the top of the screen. Fugate breaks a tackle in the backfield. He's into the open field. Can he break it? Here he gets tripped up at the 35-yard line, but what a run from Isaiah Fugate. Seemed to be stopped around the line of scrimmage. Found a lot of open room, and thankfully for Cadott, they were able to shoestring him around the 35-yard line, but a big gain there, over a 20-yard rush for Isaiah Fugate, who has taken over this game since the second quarter began. It'll be 1st and 10 for Unity. Stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. We'll have an interview with the victorious head coach and a player of his choosing coming up after the game. Triple backs in the backfield for Fugate, and he'll just keep it himself. And Unity's sideline is hot. They're looking for a foul there. Perhaps they didn't like the kind of hit that Fugate had to take. Number 12 for Unity into the game. That is Henry Christensen. He is the backup quarterback. We saw him on the 2-point conversion attempt early or in the third quarter. He remains in the game. You've got Fugate to his left. Christensen's in the middle there. Olsen behind him. It'll be Christensen taking it up the gut for about 4 yards. So late in the game here, Henry Christensen with the fresh legs. They bring him into the game as Fugate's got a lot of wear and tear on his body tonight. Be 3rd and 4, and the clock not in the favor of the Cadott Hornets here. We're nearly at the 2-minute warning, 2 minutes remaining. Under 2:30 to go here. 3rd and 4. Christensen takes the snap, a little wild, but he corrals it, breaks it out to the right, and Christensen along the sideline picks up the first down. That'll stop the clock for now, and it'll resume when the ball is placed. And Henry Christensen, the sophomore, coming in to gain a crucial first down for the Eagles here in the fourth quarter. 14-6 our score. Cadott will need to force a stop on this next set of downs, as we have gotten down to under 2 minutes remaining here. Cadott with 2 timeouts. Bance coming to the near side of your screen. He's way out wide as the ball is to the right of the midfield marker. Taken again by Christensen. Christensen's going to go to the left. Breaks upfield, and a gain of 6 for the sophomore with the fresh legs. He's done a great job here on this drive as Unity looking to chew clock, and Coach Rickel of Cadott uses his second timeout. They've got 1 remaining here as we've got 1:29 to go. We will head to a break of our own here on Zaleski Sports with Unity leading 14-6.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. Perhaps our last commercial break of the game. 1:29 remaining, 14-6 our score. Unity looking to run out the clock here on Cadott's hopes at a win tonight, and perhaps their hopes at the playoffs, as Unity has come from an hour and 40 minutes away from Northwest Wisconsin to perhaps spoil the Hornets' season. 2nd and 3, the down and distance. Henry Christensen, the backup quarterback, again, he'll line up under center. He's got Fugate to his left and Olsen behind Christensen. Straight up the gut goes Henry Christensen for near a first down, and if they convert, that should be good enough to ice the game. And Christensen, the X factor here on this final drive, a look that Cadott had not seen all night with the backup quarterback. And it will be a first down for the Eagles They will be able to set up in victory formation. 1:20 remaining. Clock paused right now. They will resume it. Only one timeout remaining for Coach Rickel. That's not going to be enough to keep the Hornets in this one. Henry Christensen comes on off the bench, the backup quarterback, and with many solid runs here on this final drive, he will get to take the final knees of the game. Cadott will finish their season at 5-4, 3-4 in Lakeland play, and Unity comes on the road. They'll finish at 4-5 overall, 4-3 in Lakeland play, and will finish ahead of Cadott in the conference standings in third place. Unity will finish the season winning 3 of their last 5 games. For Cadott, they went 2-3 in their final 5 games. The final knee of the game from the Eagles, and 20 seconds remaining. It'll run off the clock. Teams will shake hands at midfield. We will have a Nasonville Dairy postgame show with Coach Nyhus of Unity and a player of his choosing. Coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield or Curtis, or order them at nasonvilledairy.com. We'll head to a break and be back with the postgame show after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show, joined by Coach Trent Nyhus of Unity. Coach, you came into this game 3-5 off a tough loss last week. What was your message to your team in practice this week?
Yeah, our whole message, our whole culture that we build around is about love and grit. So we talked about that all week. We knew this was going to be a tough game. We knew that these guys were going to be good. They're going to be inspired.
Go Eagles, baby! Eagle country, everyone! Yeah!
That they were going to be fired up and ready to go. You know, Cadott is very well coached. They did a lot of good things, but we knew going into this week that we had to lean on that love and grit and hopefully be able to come out on the right side. So
What changed for you after that first touchdown drive from Cadott? You guys really controlled the game from there, kind of bend, not break on defense. Anything change with that first touchdown drive in the second quarter?
Yeah, honestly, the biggest thing was just making sure that we were aligned correctly, but also just staying in our gaps and doing our job. You know, we preach to the defense a lot. Just if you do your job, everything else will happen. So we really did our job on the D-line, and we were good to go.
And for your seniors tonight being their last regular season game, what did you say to them coming into this one?
That we just, you know, it was do or die. This is our level 1 game.
Yeah.
So we came in here and the kids wanted it, and they're really excited about it. So I'm very happy for them, and you know, I'm glad that we get another week.
Yeah, if you don't mind, could I get an interview with one of your players?
Yeah.
One of your choosing, your choice.
Yeah. No, not you, Carlos.
We have the best mustaches.
Yeah. Brian, number 7. You can talk to number 7. He kind of.
Brian Bance with the go-ahead touchdown.
No. Yeah, actually, it was a go-ahead. You're right. Yeah.
So, what were you taking out of this week in practice? Your final regular season game here.
I mean, I'm a senior. I got to give it all I got. We knew they were going to play man, kind of. They were going cover 3 and man. So in the red zone, we just did a pick on a 21.
Hey, Brian,
me and my guy 22. And yeah, then we scored and couldn't do without the team.
I'm guessing you guys were kind of enjoying the chance to play spoiler here tonight. How does it feel getting the job done in the final game of the season, potentially costing the team a shot at the playoffs?
Feels great because if the right teams lose, we're in. We take their points and we're in.
True, you guys aren't out of it. Hopefully you guys, the things break right here for you tonight. Last thing I need you to do, just kind of look into that camera. I'll have you take the mic, and you're just going to say, I'm Brian Bance, and I'm in the house.
Okay.
I'm in the house.
I'm Brian Bance, and I'm in the house.
Hey. Thank you so much. Congrats, Brian.
Yeah, thank you.
Unity takes the game 14-6 here in the final game of the season. They finish at 4-5, Cadott at 5-4. We'll see if either of these teams is able to make the Division 6 playoffs. Wrapping up the regular season with Dan Lau, I've been Gunnar Sippert. Thank you so much for tuning in